Good Thursday afternoon. We are live from the Body, Mind, and Wellness Center studio here in Sarasota, Florida. This is the Brian Gould Show on 444 Radio. Feel free to call in at any time throughout the day here. 941-330-4087. Go to briangouldshow.com. Download the TuneIn app. You can listen to me that way or just listen straight through the website or 444radio.com. Got the mastermind behind the mayhem here.
If you're having trouble sleeping, put us on.
Yes, put me on a little louder, soothing voice.
Can I ask you a question?
Sleepy time, go ahead.
Would you have a problem if I write a like a little bit, and would you do some lines? Would you take shots at yourself, basically, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool.
Out of humor? Come on.
I don't want to give anything away on air, but I already have an idea. Now that I know that you're cool with it, then I will tell you.
Hey, bring it on. It's Thursday, September 8th.
Yes.
The 8th day of the month. And we're going to talk some baseball. Open things up with baseball. Last night, some MLB scores, yeah. I'm trying to put some pep in my step here.
Oh, no, I just hate baseball, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get myself together. It's a sports day today. I'm trying to... Sorry, go ahead.
Banging on the chest. The Mets over the Reds 6-3. Tampa over Baltimore 7-6 for you Rays fans. Go Rays. My Tigers fall short to the White Sox again, 7-4. The Angels lose to Oakland 4-1. Washington finds a way to win over Atlanta 5-4. Pittsburgh defeats St. Louis 4-3. Toronto gets shut out by the Yankees 2-0. Yankees are on a roll there. Cleveland over Houston 6-5. Miami defeats Philly 6-0. Milwaukee upsets Chicago 2-1.
Is Cleveland still in the?
They are, and they're leading their division.
They're still leading.
They're still leading.
Still?
Well, the Tigers lose last night and they win, so that didn't help.
What's the? Wow, this late in the season, they haven't choked yet.
Not yet.
I'm not sure what to think of that.
Yeah, it's killing me watching this. Minnesota over Kansas City 6-5. San Francisco loses to Colorado 6-5. Boston finds a way to win again, 7-2 over San Diego. The Dodgers still on a roll. They defeat Arizona 3-1, and Seattle defeats Texas 8-3. So now in your American League standings here, Boston's leading in the East, Cleveland leading in the Central, Texas leading in the West. Your two wild card spots are occupied by Toronto and Baltimore. Tigers slide back to a game out of the wild card. Houston, with their loss, puts them 2 games back. The Yankees are creeping right back in. They've won 4 in a row, and they're only 2.5 games back. Let's see here. They're sitting at 73-65, so that's, doing my math, 138. So there's 28 games to go, 27 games to go.
27?
Yeah.
Still?
That
means they're going to play
162 or 165? 162. So 19 games to go.
Okay, wait, so there's 19 games to go?
29, sorry. 29 games to go. Right?
All right, hold on, let me pull it up. You're confusing me here.
162, so they played 138.
Yes, Boston's played 139. That's 23. So 23, 24 more games.
20s,
depending.
Low 20s, depending.
Depending on where you are. So, yeah, that'll take you... That's still going to take them into early October.
It closes you right out through the rest of the month into the first week of October. So there's approximately 4 weeks to go, a little less than that. Baltimore and Toronto, again, occupy the 2 wild card spots. Detroit, my Tigers are 6-4 in their last 2. They're still hanging in there. So, yes, Cleveland, choke. Please choke. Choke. Over the national...
Plenty of time to choke.
Not for me. They need to do it now. The National League, Washington still holding it down in the East. The Cubs, even with their 2-game losing streak, are still leading in the Central and in all of baseball with 89 wins. Dodgers have won 5 straight, 7-3 in their last 10. They're leading out in the West, and there's a 3-way tie for the wild card. San Francisco, St. Louis, and the Mets. The Mets are there. Too bad Evan's not here to talk about it.
You suck,
Mets,
Evan.
Mets. Your Mets are in the wild card picture right now, 8-2 in their last 10.
The Mets did something else too.
They've won 5 in a row, and they've
You know why? They may have appeased a god or so.
If Evan was here to talk about it, once again, he's missing out on his Mets and his boy. He's got such a hard-on for Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow has signed a minor league deal with the Mets. Woohoo.
Now, Evan went to get his haircut because he's very important, and he has to get his haircut during the show.
That a haircut.
He can't be like me and go at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Can't do that. And why would you want to do that? Why not get a haircut now and not talk about your Mets or your Tim Tebow?
Do you think he gets the Tebow?
Crush?
Do you think he comes back in with the Tebow cut?
You know what?
I think he's going to.
Oh,
he always comes back with
man.
something different. Last time he had the Macklemore, where it was shaved around. No, seriously, he did. He had it shaved around here. He lets her do whatever she wants, but I guarantee you, he's gonna be like, "Give me the Tebow."
Give me the Tebow. You think she'll touch up the beard so it looks
Tebow, the whole package,
the whole thing,
the whole Tebow, so he can walk right in and.
I was just gonna say, is he gonna come in and kneel down
and do the Tebow?
And do the Tebow. Wonder if he's listening right now.
You know he is.
Come on and call in 941-330-4087. Tebow is now a Met. Well,
his dream came true.
A minor league Met at best.
They're hyping him though.
He's got a legit chance. I mean, he's going to do well in the minors. It gives him.
Now, is Instructional League Single A?
Yes.
Basically, yeah, Single A.
Yeah.
And would the other league, the Arizona League, probably be Double A because it said it's one or the other?
Let me find out here.
Because I couldn't figure out. Baseball has, I feel like, so many rungs of
levels. Yeah, there's different levels. Let's see here. Tebow, minor league deal with the Mets.
It said either Instructional or Arizona Fall League.
He will participate in the club's Instructional League, which is held where? Did I say earlier?
In Florida?
Port St. Lucie, Florida.
So he's going to do that and then go to Arizona. It said in the fall. That's what it said on the.
Yes. Yeah.
So does that mean he's going automatically getting stepped up?
I don't know if it's technically a step up,
or is that also Single A, but in Arizona?
I think it's a lateral move because they're actively playing in a league over in Arizona. Because right now locally, the Pirates and Baltimore have their teams playing. Like we could go watch the Baltimore Orioles play right now here in Sarasota today if they were playing today. But that's like their minor league small team, I guess you'd call it.
Arizona Fall League. I'm on their website here.
He's Port St. Lucie is about a 3-hour drive from here across state. It looks like we're going to be taking a road trip pretty soon to go see him play, or at least practice.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah, why not?
Evan will pull us there in a cart if we have to go.
We could probably hop on each shoulder and he'd carry us there.
He would run without ever stopping. Tebow, I'm coming.
Guy's got such a
Hey, I'm a Gator. I love the Gators and Tebow, but geez, he's...
Well, I guess it's comparable. I got my thing for Shaq and Kobe, so...
Yeah, but he always says he wouldn't, but he would. I think he'd switch hit if you understand.
Well, you know what? Some athletes out there, you call it fag out for them, and
ooh, you said it. See?
Yep.
I wouldn't use the F word like that. That's
okay.
It's derogatory.
Go homo. But yes, Tebow with the Mets, minor league deal. He'll be over in Port St. Lucie, Florida, relatively soon, according to reports. So, if you're a Mets fan, yay. If you're a Tebow fan, yay. If you're both a Mets and Tebow fan, double yay.
Okay, so I got the Arizona Fall League thing up. I went in the about. I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. There are 6 teams in the Arizona Fall League: the Scottsdale Scorpions, the Mesa Solar Sox, the Salt River Rafters, the Glendale Desert Dogs, the Peoria Javelins, and the Surprise.
The Javelins?
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Javelinas.
Javelinas. What is a Javelina?
A female javelin. I don't know. Surprise Sagaros.
Okay.
These club names were picked by Major League Baseball as reflective of the Southwestern Desert. The teams broken into 2 divisions. I'm trying to figure out. The games are played in spring training stadiums used.
A javelina. I'm looking at a picture of it. It looks like a small boar, like a boar warthog type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a peccary.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither. Central and South America.
Well, that might be why we haven't heard of it.
Yep. It looks exactly like a boar or
Like a hog kind of deal.
Exactly.
How good are the players in the Arizona Fall League? The 2014 All-Star Game had 36 AFL alums. Nearly 60% of all AFL players make a major league roster.
How much? 60?
60% with an incredible 212 All-Stars, 12 MVPs, 4 Cy Young, 3 World Series MVPs, 66 Silver Slugs, 58 Golden Gloves, and 25 Rookie of the Years.
So this guy's walking right into a scenario that's going to put
He's
him
gonna
on the
get
Mets.
up quick.
He's going to go on. He's going to be playing for the Mets.
Each August, major league clubs hold position drafts to determine the players who will go to Arizona. Most are double or triple A players. There you go.
Wow.
So he's going to go from instructional league to, he's going to get a bump.
Yeah.
And they're going to throw him right in.
He's going to make it. Good for him.
That'll be pretty awesome. You think he'll make a team before he's 30? Major league, I mean? You think?
Well, he's 29 now. I don't know when his birthday is.
The instructional is now probably.
Yes.
And then they're going to throw him right into the fall league.
So he's going to have at least the next 3-4
So
months.
that's what I'm saying. So do you think if he plays all fall and then maybe they move into somewhere for spring?
His birthday
like
is August 14th, so he could definitely be wearing a Mets jersey before he turns 30.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's going to be.
What a story that'll be. What if the Mets fall just short this year, and then that'll be all the hype, is that Tebow's coming to save them.
Yes. Oh, imagine that. They make the playoffs next year and they put on a
baseball
really good
gets
run.
it. Have you seen all the articles like them saying, where's the risk? Why wouldn't you sign him? See, baseball gets it.
Right. Well, you know what? You're not putting a whole team on his back either.
That's true.
Like a quarterback position. And Tebow he's a leader. He's an inspiration in the locker room.
He'd inspire him.
Yeah.
Could you imagine anybody else? Seriously, I know Joe hates on Tebow when he's here.
Yes.
But can you imagine if you're on a baseball team and you're down by 3 on the bottom of the ninth, but who else would you rather have on your team to get everybody rallied to come out there and do the dramatic?
And you don't see that in baseball. You see, a little nudge next door. Whoever you're sitting
Tebow would be going. Just imagine this, just the dugout.
Like, we need this guy. Is that how many more wins he might produce just on that merit alone?
See, I got your back, Evan.
Uh oh.
There you go.
Now, picture this: Tebow going through this minor league system, knowing that he's probably going to be wearing a Jets. I said Jets.
Easy.
Mets jersey.
Easy.
Same state, sorry. Jets, Mets. That's coincidental, too, that both Shea Stadium. You think their World Series odds are more favorable now because he's on that team?
That's what everybody's saying. Like, that's the Hail Mary that they're going for.
Right. Again,
he's the baseball gods.
And it's not because he's going to go up there and hit 300 and pluck 30 home runs and all these RBI and everything, but just for that inspiration factor.
I can only imagine. To be him must just be what sucks when it comes to sports. Because you imagine to get up there, you're going to sell out the entire baseball stadium. The second you get up to bat, the entire place is going to go deafening quiet. You know what I mean? And they're all going to be like, hit the ball, hit the ball, hit the ball. And if you strike out, everyone's going to be like, oh. But if you hit the ball, the whole oh man, the amount of pressure.
He can handle it though. I think he tunes it out.
Yeah, I think the hate he can tune out way easier than the, you know what I mean? Than the love.
Do you think that there's going to be a lot of haters out there?
Oh
though?
God, can you imagine him playing Boston? Come on. The names. Oh God. Yeah. There'll be some hecklers.
I think there's more hecklers at the NFL level than there's going to be for MLB, personally. There's going to be critics always, but I think the hate level, unfortunately, is going to be a lot more in the NFL comparison to baseball. I think baseball is more about if he can swing the bat, and remember Pete Rose said it. You only have to hit the ball 3 out of 10 times to be considered a Hall of Famer. So heaven forbid if he hits that ball 2 to 3 times for every 10 at bats, critics can't hate. Now if he's striking out or looking at the ball and just watching it go by, and
Yeah, what would be the fail point for you there? Like, what if he was batting 167, but he had 25 home runs by July, and you know what I mean? Like, what would be what are you looking? What do you think? How do you think he would play? What would they be looking for him? Because they say he can't hit the curveball.
He's got power, and knowing that he doesn't do well with the curveball, obviously he'll address that. And the coaching staff, that's probably all they're going to throw to him. The first 800 pitches he sees is going to be that stupid curveball from 10 different pitchers, 10 different styles, righties, lefties, over their back.
They made it sound like if he can get that down,
then he's got a good chance.
That's pretty much
as
it.
A hitter. I mean, he watching his video, he's definitely a power hitter. But now
he's fast enough.
He needs to be a placement hitter in key situations.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a guy at second and third. Do I really want you swinging for the fence and striking out, or do I want you to do that pop fly to bring in that run that I need you to bring in? And that's going to be key to his repertoire right there. He's going to have to be a placement hitter at some point and learn how to do that soon. And based on what you pulled up with the that whole farm league and minor, stuff that they have over there, he's going to learn to do that. 60% make the main roster. That guy's already 49% on the roster before he even steps into that league.
Yeah, I just think he doesn't have. He just has to play solid. What do you think his numbers have to be to get picked to get the bump?
At least 300.
I think he's gonna be batting 300.
Yeah. I think if he's 280s, 290s, that's good enough. But if he's 300, they're pulling him right away, right up. Let's go. I think reasonable.
Well, yeah. If you're the owner, who's the owner of the Mets? Do you know his name off the top? If you're the owner of the Mets, you can't wait for him to even look halfway decent, right?
Right, and
because you're gonna sell. I don't think people.
Fred Wilpon.
Fred's a smart businessman, I'm sure.
Yes.
He owns a baseball team.
In New York.
How many more seats you're going to fill? Those Tebow holics are you've met Evan.
Right.
There are people like him everywhere.
And you know what that does right there? You go New York Yankees who?
That's true. You want to take the hype away from the Yankees?
Whose state is this now?
Do you know what Michelle said to me this morning? From the New York, New Jersey area, a Yankees fan. That's where she was born.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, wow, I might have to become a Mets fan now.
Wow. See, do
you understand? There are Yankees fans jumping ship already.
The positive power that kid brings to that whole scenario. Good for him and good for the Mets. I'm glad he finally got picked up. It's time that he found a home, and if it's not going to be in the NFL, then thank goodness it's somewhere, and it's Major League Baseball. And
now I kind of wish he would have just
the kid
went from college football right back to baseball. Because then, that'd have been 4 or 5 years wasted that he would have got back.
But you know what? I think...
And by now, he'd be an all-star.
He could be, and probably would be. But you know what? Things happen for a reason. I'm a believer in that.
That's true.
Going through those trial and errors with the NFL, he doesn't need to be humbled. He's a good kid. He knows what he's doing. If anything, going through the NFL kept him relevant and exposure, and then he goes to TV and does commentary. And he didn't quit. A lot of those guys, they get behind the mic or in front of a TV camera and talk sports. They just fall off the map, and you don't ever see them pursue anything moving forward.
Because it's a cushy gig.
This kid didn't give up. He's like, you know what? I've got one last umph in me, and I'm going to give it a run, and it's going to be baseball. So good for him.
I wonder who talked him into that. I mean, that something had to. It didn't just
probably his dad.
I was gonna say, he didn't just go pop. Oh, I'm gonna play baseball.
It had to be his parents. I'm sure it was. Hey, you used to play baseball. You were good at that.
But they say he still trained every day.
Yeah, he's in remarkable shape. He didn't take a day off, even when he was behind a camera.
It's just sad, all the hate press and everything he got
right.
in the NFL.
Well, that's the NFL.
No
fun league.
He should be a backup somewhere in the NFL. He should be. I mean, you can't argue that he's not better than at least one backup on a roster right now.
I don't know. Mark Sanchez is pretty popular right now.
He's playing somewhere, right? Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break. When we get back, we've got some NFL news, and then we're going to talk the NFL games and pick that apart and dissect that. Holy cow. This is the Brian Gould Show. We'll be right back.
Evan, we've lived here 6 months and this bathroom still looks terrible. You're supposed to help me remodel it by now.
I know. You just know how busy I am, though.
Busy? We've got to get this done. If I can't do it because I don't have time and you don't have time, what are we going to do?
I know who to call.
Hello, my name is Stephen Dennis. I own a business here in town called Needaman2 LLC. My email address is needaman2@gmail.com. My number is 941-232-2776. Again, that's 941-232-2776.
Oh my gosh, this looks amazing.
What a great idea.
How you doing? This is Chuck from the BS Show. I would like to tell you about a great company, Sarasota Sign Machine, LLC, the exclusive sign and print sponsor for 444 Radio. A sign of quality you can trust, located at 601 North Washington Boulevard, celebrating 6 years in business and over 20 years of experience in Sarasota. If you need signs, banners, vehicle magnets, custom design, neon repair, business cards, printing, and more, trust the Sarasota Sign Machine. Look, let's be honest, you have so much more to think about when running your own business. Call us at 941-302-4275. Check us out on Facebook or at sarasotasignmachine.com. A sign of quality you can trust. Tell them the BS Show sent you.
So, Evan, you want to make the other announcement? I know you're excited and happy.
We do have a fantastic new sponsor, absolutely. We are now very lucky to have Rico's Pizza as a sponsor for us. 6547 Gateway Avenue in Gulf Cape. They're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. They've been there 17 years. Jump anywhere. Online, ricospizza2go.com. Give them a phone call at 941-922-9604. We did find out today that you mentioned the 444 Radio or the BS show from 444 Radio. You will get 20% off your tab. Give them a phone call, guys, 941-922-9604. Or ricospizza2go.com.
Questions, comments, concerns? Know you can do it better? Tell us all about it at 941-330-4087 or email us bs@444radio.com. For all other things BS, and bear with us, there's quite a lot. Watch us on Twitch at 444 Media, Facebook.com/BS Show, Instagram, check us out at BS Show, or tweet us at Bean and Superbad.
Hello, this is Captain Sherman of Paradise Boat Tours, and if you're looking for a great adventure on our beautiful local waters, then we are the boat tour for you. Check out our website at seadolphins.com. We leave 7 days a week from Bradenton Beach Pier on beautiful Anna Maria Island. It's fun for the whole family, and yes, we see wild dolphin 95% of our tours. Paradise Boat Tours. Call us at 941-465-8624. Like us on Facebook or go to seadolphins.com. Here, Flipper.
Hey, this is Paulie from the BS Show. When I'm out and about, having too many, it happens to us all, there's only one cab service I call. It's my ride. 941-400-6606. No more 3-time surcharges. No more drivers that don't speak English, don't know where you're going. They pick you up. They take you home safely, clean cars. They're professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. And when you're riding with my ride, don't forget to mention the BS Show, 20% off your ride. Chucky, on occasion, will have too much.
Not me, Paul.
These guys are the best. They're what you want to call. They will take care of you. 941-400-6606. My ride. It's not your ride. It's not his ride.
My ride.
It's my ride.
Hey guys, how we doing? This is Evan from the Bean and Superbad Show. I'm here with Rita from J Dub's Brewing Company, and we're in studio. How are we doing today, Rita?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Hey, I know you have a fantastic brewery over there. Please tell me a little bit about it.
The brewery itself has a tasting room. It has 10 tap lines, so you can find anything that you want, from a light to a dark flavor.
So whatever you like, you can get it?
Absolutely, we got a flavor for you.
Perfect. Also, tell me a little bit about the beer garden I've been hearing so much about.
We got a big backyard out back. We're kid-friendly, we're dog-friendly, so you can come bring your family and friends and just have a good time, play some games, and drink some beer.
Excellent. And then you guys got food?
Absolutely. We got food trucks every day around 5 o'clock. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, noon to midnight.
Excellent. Hey, I hear a rumor that you guys do something cool over there on Wednesdays.
We do. We have free yoga on Wednesday evening starting at 6:30. Come hang out and drink a beer and stretch it out.
That sounds like a great way to spend a Wednesday, I'll tell you. It's 1215 Mango Avenue, Sarasota, Florida, 941-955-2000. 2739. And what about social media?
Go to jdubsbrewing.com and you'll find everything right there.
You guys are by far the best brewery in town, and we're proud to have you guys as our sponsor. Come on out there, have a drink with us, and we'll sit around and have a good time.
Cheers, guys.
This is Chuck from the BS Show. I wanted to take some time to talk about a great charity organization, the Honor Flight. This organization flies our veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit those memorials dedicated to honor the service and sacrifices of themselves and their friends. Please come out and drink some beers at Hurricane Mike's on the last Saturday of every month from 1 to 6. Hurricane Mike's has a guest bartender at each event, 50-50 raffles, liquor baskets, and silent auctions. The bartenders even donate all the tips they make that day. Hurricane Mike's is located at 2639 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Last month, Hurricane Mike's raised over $1,100 for the Honor Flight. From everyone here at 444 Radio and Hurricane Mike's, we want to thank you for your support of our vets.
Hey everybody, this is Paul and Chucky from the BS Show. Whenever I feel like going out, having a few drinks, relaxing, there's only one place that I go.
It's Hurricane Mike's, Paul.
Oh, that's right, and you're with me, kid.
Yep, 2639 Mall Drive. They got the best staff in town, great local owners, 20 TVs, drink specials every day and every night. Free pool Sunday, Monday, Wednesday nights. It's my personal favorite bar here in Sarasota.
And mine too, Chucky.
Come down and see us.
Just remember, Chucky, you can't drink all day.
Unless you start in the morning, Paul.
And tell them the BS Show sent you.
Gulfgate, Sarasota, it's time to eat, and there's only one place to go. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs, 2647 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Try the one-of-a-kind filet mignon sliders, or the award-winning Reuben sandwich, voted best in the state of Florida. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs is open Monday through Saturday till 3 a.m. So after the bars close, you can get some of the best food in Sarasota. Call in and place your order today at 941-923-2514. That's 941-923-2514. Check them out online at hamheavenanddevildogs.webs.com or on facebook.com/HH&DD.
Hey, this is Chuck from the BS Show. I want you guys to go check out the best Italian restaurant I've ever been to, Dolce Italia. It's at 6551 Gateway Ave. Their phone number for reservations, 941-921-7007. Guys, when I say this food's amazing, I've been all over the country, all over the world. This is the best Italian food I've ever had. Authentic, unbelievable stuff. Gotta go check it out.
Hi, I am Tiziana. I come from Naples. I own Dolce Italia, Italian restaurant in Gulfgate, 6551 Gateway Avenue. Come to try our wonderful food. Mangia bene, ridi spesso, ama molto. Eat well, laugh often, love much.
Good Thursday afternoon, folks. This is the Brian Gould Show on 444 Radio.
I like this 80s funk.
I like it. I love it. How can you not like it? Gets you head bobbing and toe tapping. We're going to touch into some NFL news. If you are, if you're listening, definitely call in 941-330-4087. Actually, we got a caller calling in right now. Welcome to the Brian Gould Show. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, Mr. Gould. How are you doing today?
Not too shabby. Going to talk some NFL news here. Going to get into some picks here momentarily. Pick who we like in the favorites or the underdogs. The Saints. The Saints. Drew Brees got a contract extension finally. Good for him. $44 million guaranteed over the next 2 seasons, but it's but
he's on the decline though.
Yeah, he's got a 5-year gimmick lined up here. They're supposed to come back and revisit the possibility of another extension a year from now.
That is a guaranteed contract?
Well, he's getting guaranteed money. So through 2017, He's guaranteed $44 million, but they're going to break it up over five years.
Okay, it's kind of like the same thing with Romo, where they gave him, that huge contract, and everything was, pretty much. I mean, it was only like a 1-year guaranteed deal or something. If he makes training camp every year, he gets, every year that money.
Yeah.
But really, it was only a 1 year. Kaepernick, same thing. No signing bonus. Being on the team, he loses his contract. I mean, he's got no guarantee money at all, but the largest contract in the NFL.
I mean, long story short, if you break it down, it breaks down to a little bit more than $17 million over 5 years. But he's got a no-trade clause in there, which really helps out. And, the final 3 seasons are voidable. So,
now, do you have an injury, like where if he hurts his shoulder, like a pre-existing injury before, where they can
the details
money, or?
To that extent have not been fully disclosed yet. Whoever released this info was an insider that wanted to stay anonymous. So this was the bulk of it that they were willing to share. But
honestly, $17 million a year is not bad for a top 5 quarterback.
Not at all.
And he was making, if I'm not mistaken, before
he was on
$100 million a year.
Yeah, he was on a $100 million contract already.
And you see what happened to their team. They traded Jimmy Graham. They lost everybody. Their defensive players. I mean, everybody. They couldn't afford anybody else with Breeze's contract.
And they've made some off-season moves to solidify that line in front of them. So I think that was very favorable. At least New Orleans said, "Hey, all right, fine, we'll give you something because we've improved the line, so we're protecting our investment."
Exactly.
I like it.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out this year. I think they should be. They'll be better.
They'll be all right, and I still think that's Carolina's division to win. And
yep, I agree.
I think Tampa's young and hungry, and they're getting better each season. I hate to say it, but I think we're going to be talking about possibly New Orleans being third, if not the bottom of the barrel in that division. Atlanta's the worst out of the 4, but
Winston is the real deal.
He is.
He's going to be another Cam Newton. It took Cam 5-6 years to really slow down his progressions and his reads, and I mean, you've seen it last year. He's way different than he used to be. He wasn't rushing, and he almost looked like a Dante Culpepper when Dante played, and he was real slow. The game came easy to him, where he'd be behind the line for 10-15 seconds looking for a target. I think this year is going to be better for Cam, and I think Winston's going to do way better than he did last year.
Yeah, I agree, I see that happening.
Martin's going to be better. I mean, you got Evans. I mean, Evans is a beast, and you still got Vincent Jackson. I mean, shit.
And they picked up Cecil Shorts.
Did they really? I didn't know about Cecil Shorts.
Yeah, he signed with him 2 days ago, I believe.
Oh, not bad.
So Kaepernick's rubbed off on a soccer player here.
Rubbed off on what, his balls?
Yeah, not exactly. Megan Rapone, she's now doing the whole kneeling thing during the national anthem during soccer games. She plays for the Seattle Reign, and Seattle's playing Washington, and the Washington owner said straight up that we're going to be playing the national anthem ahead of schedule before the teams even make the field because he doesn't want the distraction or the disrespect on the field. What's your stance on the whole Kaepernick thing?
Yeah, I honestly, I think it's very disrespectful. I think, listen, he's in America. He's not going to change something by taking, not standing anthem. I mean, he should be doing more like speaking to the public and trying to do some more like outreach programs or different things. I mean, he's going about it the whole wrong way. He's not getting his point across. He's looking like an idiot. The fans, I mean, everybody hates him.
Well, to somewhat disagree with that, his jersey sales are number 1, and he's donating 100.
Want to burn them.
He's donating 100% of the profits to communities. And this is the second time this month that he's pledged to give away any chunk of money. Last week, he donated $100 million to charity and said every profitable penny that comes from his jersey sales is going right to charity and to local communities. Now,
I think that's amazing. Now, he's not going to have any jersey sales next year because he will not have a team to play for, though.
But, throughout the whole uproar, the drama, and the bad press that this has created, by him taking the stance, if this is the worst that comes out of it, then I'm still supporting what he's doing. I mean, all this money that is going to charity and communities based on a guy taking a knee and saying, yeah, I don't believe that we should be backing bad cops that are killing people and not
I
being
agree
held
with that
accountable.
completely. I think that maybe there's just a different way that you can approach or do something about that. You know, I mean, the national anthem isn't about police. It's not about, you know, things. I mean, it's about our country, you know, and as a whole, it's not just bits and pieces of it. I mean, we could all not stand for the anthem over something, over anything, you know, getting a speeding ticket, getting, you know, disrespected. I mean,
well,
you know, I think he should have got a bunch of people united with him as far as players, or he should have did, you know, something, you know, to get his point across without degrading our flag, you know?
Well, and here's a statement that I'm going to make that's going to floor a lot of you. I don't think it's necessarily needed at all to have the national anthem played for any sporting event, because sports aren't patriotic. Maybe on 9/11, maybe on Veterans Day, but sports aren't patriotic. Why are we playing this before a sporting event takes place to
Well,
begin
you know,
with?
you got to think. I think a lot of it, you know, you have all the troops and stuff that are overseas. And, you know, they watch the football games.
Understood.
And you know, and I think that's a big part of it. You know, and they always they honor, you know, veterans or, you know, different things during the game. And I think that's the main reason.
Well, how this all came about is, I believe it was after World War I. Baseball was the very first sports entity to do the national anthem in tribute to the troops. And then it stuck, and they decided to do it every game moving forward. And then football started doing it, and then basketball started doing it, and, you know, all the other sports picked it up after that because it was the trendy thing to do. Well, that trend's
kind of ridiculous when they play both anthems. You know, the Canadian, whatever.
Well, it's in fairness in hockey. Yeah, if you're in Canada, you're going to hear the Canadian national anthem, and if you're on an American team, they play both. So I understand that, but I don't think it's necessary to play for any sporting event. Personally, I think it should be recognized on the 4th of July and, you know, 9/11. You know,
I do think that, you know, holidays, you know, or tribute stuff to, you know, our armed forces or whatever. I think they should do it for that for sure. I mean, you do have a very, very good point.
But, you know, it's here it is, week 2. We're still talking about it. Sales are through the roof, and now other athletes in different sports are taking the same stance.
But is it going to be a distraction where you're going to have another Michael Sam, you know, where
right?
You know, it's more distraction than it's worth. I mean, he has no guaranteed money. If they cut him, he has nothing. He has the largest contract in the NFL, and nothing is guaranteed.
And I
no
think
signing bonus, no nothing. So
and I think
cut,
right now,
done.
I think right now two things you have to look at. One, he doesn't care because the other is San Francisco is going to look like a bunch of jackasses for cutting a guy that has a certain stance or belief on something.
They'll just say he didn't cut it. You know, he didn't make the team. You know, his arm was sore. I mean, what quarterback do you know that's ever had a tired arm?
Well, I don't know if you listened to yesterday's show, but I gave an over-under.
I did, and actually I was traveling yesterday.
2.5 starts, over-under for
Kaepernick?
Yes, 2.5 starts this season.
Well, if he stays with him, I'm going over.
Okay. So you think he's still going to have a job in San Francisco when the season's done? You give him that much?
I don't think they're going to cut him throughout. I don't think because he can't screw up enough being a backup.
True.
So the only way they're going to cut him is if he starts and he throws a couple interceptions. They're never going to do that after 1 or 2 games.
No.
Maybe 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. If his performance isn't there, then they have their reason. Okay, now he's underachieving. Now we got to cut him loose.
Exactly.
All right. We're talking about NFL football right now, guys. Let's talk about Week 1 games, and we're gonna go against the spread here and see who you like.
Right.
Carolina at Denver. Carolina's a 3-point favorite.
Denver.
Look at that. No question.
See? Told you.
Yeah, there's something to that.
Plus the 3.
And Jay brought up some interesting stuff earlier. Jay, go ahead. What did you find out about Cam and all that?
Well, what is 0 for lifetime against Denver?
Yeah, 0 for 2.
And in the 2 games, he's been sacked 13 times.
So all the experts...
Total quarterback rating through 2 games is 11.
QBR rating is 11 through 2 games. But yet Vegas still sees Carolina the favorite. What do they see that we don't?
Well, they see a better team. They see a young quarterback in Denver. But what they're missing is Denver has a good defense. Denver has a quarterback that can throw better than Manning did last year. Now, granted, Manning won the Super Bowl, but they cut Manning for a reason, okay? They went with Osweiler or whatever his name was, and he was nothing. This quarterback's good. Now, if this quarterback messes up, which I can't see him messing up, they still have that other backup there. What's his name?
Lynch.
Paxton Lynch.
Yep.
But see, this quarterback can run the offense. He's got a strong arm. He can run the ball. They definitely can run the ball. They have the top receivers in the NFL. They got a great tight end. I mean, they're going to be running the ball, and they're going to do some play-action passes deep for Sanders or Thomas. I mean, it's going to be a close game. I don't believe in road favorites at all. I don't ever bet a road favorite. Granted, I don't see Carolina winning this game. And if they do, it might be a one-point game. I would take the money line and take Denver on the money line plus, what would it be, 130?
Right now, I just had that, plus 140.
Plus 140. I'd take them straight up. Point spread don't mean shit. Crap. I think they're going to win straight up.
Nice. Tampa Bay at Atlanta, and Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, that's a tough one. If I had to, I'd have to go Atlanta because there's no way Atlanta should be favored to anybody. So if they're favored to anybody,
you know what it is?
It be true. You take the side that's too good to be true.
I like Tampa, and I think the reason why Atlanta's favored is because Atlanta's been quote unquote known as they always play well at home and win at home, but they can't win anywhere else. So right. I agree with you. I like.
Got another year with Roddy White. I mean, the guy's a stud. Last year, I mean, he just was completely out of the offense. I mean, that's the only downfall with Atlanta's offense.
Julio Jones there, but you know what? Tampa plays this team twice a season and knows how to play them. So I like Tampa too.
Going Atlanta.
Going Atlanta. Jay, 2.5.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Good call. Way to be on the winning side.
There you go.
I gotcha.
All right, Minnesota at Tennessee. I like this game. Minnesota 2.5-point favorite.
Ooh, this is a trap bet here, man, because everybody and their mom should take Tennessee.
Yep.
Minnesota's got Sean Hill. Is that right?
Sean Hill was announced the starter, but Sam Bradford could show up for that game if Hill's having a mediocre game.
Listen, I'd have to take Tennessee. I'd have to.
I like Minnesota on the road.
Yeah, I go Minnesota.
Cleveland at Philly, and Cleveland's a 3.5-point dog.
Philly.
Yeah, once at home, I think Philly's got that.
Cleveland.
Philly has something to prove. You got to think, man. You got a new coach, you got a new quarterback, a new offense. They have something to prove, man. And they're not going to. Any good coach isn't going to come out the first game of the week and blow it. They're gonna let it all on the line.
And that's a team that they could do that with. I don't think Cleveland's got a chance. I really don't. I think 3.5's being kind of overlooked.
It's kind of a tricky number because 3 is the key number. If you could buy it to 3, that's what I would do. Unless you were going to take the dog, you buy it to 4. I mean, 3.5's get screwed either which way. You take the favorite, they win by 3, you lose by half.
Yep.
Take the dog plus 3, you lose by half. I mean,
Cincinnati at the Jets. Cincy's a 2-point favorite.
Jets.
Wow.
Jets. Jets.
Jets at home. 2-point dog.
Yep. Cincy.
Yeah, I like Cincy. I like Cincy myself. The Raiders at New Orleans. And New Orleans is a 1-point favorite at home.
New Orleans.
Wow.
Against the Ravens.
Raiders.
Oh, Raiders.
Yeah.
I like the Raiders, man. I'm on the Raiders bandwagon this year. I think Derek Carr could do some things. One of my sleeper teams.
Same here. I like Oakland and New Orleans. I like Oakland winning that one. San Diego at Kansas City, and Kansas City's a 6.5-point favorite at home.
Oh, this is the bet of the year right here. This is it. I'll let you go ahead and pick yours first because I'm going to tell you.
I think Rivers comes out and throws the ball everywhere on that Chiefs defense.
My dad is very good at the NFL. That is his bet of the year.
Yeah, I like San Diego.
San Diego plus the point.
Yep.
You think about it, they have Travis Benjamin. They still have Keenan Allen. They have that other guy, I forget who the other, Malcolm Floyd, I think.
Floyd's still there, yeah. And
I mean, they've never had a full receiving core that were great. I mean, they've had Keenan Allen and they've had whatever that other guy. I mean, I can't remember their names. They're so horrible. And, you know, they do all right. You know, but ever since they lost Vincent Jackson, I mean, they've been nothing. And you know, now you got Benjamin who can stretch the field. I mean, the guy can take it to the house. I mean, he's got the deep threat. Keenan Allen's a monster. I mean, they have some receiving cores, and they still have Antonio Gates.
Gates is still there. Yep.
Second year, Melvin Gordon. I mean, the guy's going to be a stud this year.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Silently.
San Diego.
So, yeah, I like San Diego.
Straight up, wins outright.
Buffalo at Baltimore, and Baltimore's a 3-point favorite.
That is a tough one. I'm going to have to go Baltimore. I really don't even like the game, but if I had to bet it, I'd go Baltimore.
I like Buffalo, but that 3 is a really bad number. I'm gonna have...
Who's got something to prove, man? Flacco. He's got to prove something.
Yeah.
Boy, he sucked last year.
And he'll probably show up and come out in that game. I'm going to have to go Buffalo
They cut their
or
running
Baltimore.
back or something. Did they just cut their running back? They cut their running back. What was Justin Forsett? He last
that's
year
right.
Had like 1,500 yards or something.
Yeah,
I think.
which
Who's their running back? Did they get what's his name back? The wife beater. I forget his name.
the wife. You know what? They might have.
What was his? I can't even remember.
What was
Ray Rice?
Ray Rice. That's right.
Yeah, I think they you know what? Flacco's so confident in his passing game, he doesn't even need a running back this year. So they just got rid of everybody.
I do like Baltimore at home. Jay?
Yeah, I'll go with you on that.
Baltimore.
Let's see here. Chicago at Houston, and Houston's a 6-point favorite.
Oh, Houston, man. Jay Cutler's the worst quarterback to ever play on a helmet.
Houston.
How does that guy still have a job?
Because he has a guaranteed contract. I think he's the highest quarterback paid in and out of the league, if I'm not mistaken.
It's either him or Cap.
Well, Cap isn't guaranteed. They guarantee Cutler. I mean, what was that tight end who just Bennett went to New England? He said the same thing. Cutler is the worst quarterback he's ever played with.
Brandon Marshall loved him.
Yeah, he did. They were joined at the hip. Green Bay at Jacksonville. Green Bay 5.5-point favorite.
You know what? I like Jacksonville.
I do have a soft spot for those guys. I don't know why, but I'm going to say Jaguars at home.
Hey, they're definitely moving in the right direction.
Jaguars lose.
Miami at Seattle, 10.5 points.
Seattle?
Yeah.
That's a tough one, but I mean, you have to go with Seattle. I mean, how can you not? I mean,
10.5.
You'd have to take it to 10, but hope for, they blow them out or it lands on tongues. But I think they're going to be all right this year, minus they lost Lynch. But that Rawls kid, they'll be able to open up the game a little more. It's not going to be just ground and pound. I mean, they're going to be spreading it around a little bit.
I like Seattle at home, but I think 10.5 is a little steep.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough point spread, but.
New York Giants at the Cowboys, and that's even.
Giants.
You know what? That's another too good to be true game. The Giants should be favored by 6, even on the road. The Cowboys have a rookie quarterback that's unproven. Yeah, he did good in the preseason, but I mean, so did Ty Detmer. I mean, until he played a regular game and he had 7 interceptions the first game. I mean,
yeah.
So I mean, I'm not really a believer in that quarterback. I think Dallas rookie running back Des Bryant. He has nobody to throw to him. Witten's getting old. I'd have to take the Giants and bet the house on it.
Who do you like, Jay?
I said Giants. Yeah.
Giants. You did say Giants. Cowboys at home. Yeah, I think they start with an L. I like the Giants.
How many games before Garrett's fired?
I think he makes it to the end of the season and then he gets let go.
I think he's going to be the Jerry Jones of our day. I think him and or what's that guy's name?
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think Jerry Jones and him have this secret love affair for each other. I really do.
Well, he wouldn't let go of Wade Phillips forever, and then finally, the fans,
for an unproven coach.
Yeah,
and he loses, and he loves the guy.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here with Garrett. He just likes losers for some reason. I don't get it, but
I mean, that's why he wants Manziel.
And, I like his philosophy, work through it, work through it, work through it, work through it. It's not the coach, it's the players.
Get a new quarterback and then work through it.
Yeah, you got to make a change at the helm somewhere. Either you do it with the quarterback, which I think, Romo was 14 seasons in. He's injury-prone now.
Right.
It's time to cut.
I love Romo. I love him. But he takes one hit and he's done.
Yeah. And,
shoulder.
And it's time to make a move, and it's either got to be Garrett or it's got to be Romo. Or the offensive coordinator.
Maybe the plan, honestly, I think I got the plan. Maybe Garrett's going to come out of retirement.
Oh, my.
Be the quarterback. Hey, Jerry Jones would be on board.
For some weird reason, I think you're right. Jones would be all over that.
Hey, he practices with the quarterbacks and throws the ball. I think the guy played, one career game? And I think he had one career game or something. He was the quarterback.
Who, Jason Garrett?
Cowboys. Yeah, wasn't he like a couple games or something? He didn't play. He was a clear backup. He had like 1 or 2 starts. I mean, he had no knowledge or nothing. And he's a coach, and he's practicing his QB skills. And I'm sure at practice he can throw farther than Romo, farther than Kellen Moore did, farther than John Titman did. I mean, they got a bunch of quarterbacks that can't throw 5 yards.
Actually, he started out, I'm looking at it right now, he started out in Miami, never played. Okay. He went to Tampa, never played.
Yep.
The Giants, he played 17 total games with them. And for the Cowboys, he played...
he has 2,000 career passing yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
He played 93 through 99 for the Cowboys, but only played 5.
He had all them years and 2,000 passing yards? That's really good if he played a half a season.
Yeah, well, he played... his total career was 99 through 2004, but he last played a game in 2001, so the last 3 seasons.
What was his TD to interception ratio? I'm going to go 50-50.
Touchdowns...
11-5.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of games. For Dallas, he played 5, 13, 14, 15, 16... 18. He played 23 total games.
98, he played 8 games, and he went basically 58% completion, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah. Hey, that's definitely
it's not terrible
coach material right there, if I've ever heard it.
Sign him up. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we could do better in Dallas.
At this point, I agree.
All the head cases. I mean, look how they signed Greg Hardy last year. I mean, the guy... Nobody wants Ray Rice because he knocked his girlfriend out. But Greg Hardy's trying to kill his girlfriend. And what do? They sign him. What do they do with Manziel? He's partying. He's doing cocaine, drugs, and everything. Let's sign him. Let's try to get him. Oh, well, maybe we should. I mean, they're messed up, man.
They're going for the straight and narrow, we can straighten people out philosophy down there in Dallas. That's for sure.
Maybe they feel like if they get people that beat women and drug users, they can get them cheaper under contract.
You might have something there.
Right, he's all about saving money,
It's a business. All right, moving along, the Lions at the Colts, 3.5.
I'm a homie. I don't care who the Lions are playing. I still want Barry Sanders to come back. We love our draft picks, and I'm going with the Lions.
Colts at home, 3.5. Well, I think it's going to be a long season for us Lions fans.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of hard to bet them. But you know what? Hey, maybe Megatron will lace them up during halftime of Dancing with Stars or whatever he's doing.
Yeah. No, I like the Colts at home. New England at Arizona, and Arizona's 6-point favorite.
Arizona.
Yeah. Right away, looking at that game, I want to say Arizona, but I think New England goes in there and beats them.
There's no way. That quarterback is a joke. He is the worst. He's almost as bad as Cutler. I mean, they're pretty close. I mean, if you they're very close actually.
Jay?
I don't know. I want New England to lose.
So Arizona.
Yeah.
All right, and then the Monday night games, Pittsburgh at Washington.
Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh's 3.5-point favorite.
Washington. I'm taking Washington.
Washington at home. Upset city.
Got to go with my Michigan State boy, Kirk Cousins.
Cousins. You know what? I'm pulling for that kid this season. I really am.
Pittsburgh by at least 10.
Pittsburgh by 10. Wow.
10? Who are they going to throw to? I think they have Antonio Brown, but what happens if he gets hurt? The other guy's suspended for 4 games for smoking weed. Heath Miller retired. They have no tight end.
Le'Veon Bell's not playing.
Le'Veon Bell's, he's out. So they have Brown and D'Angelo Williams. That's it.
Well,
13.
A lot of insiders are picking Pittsburgh to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I could see them going to the Super Bowl when Wheaton comes back, and and all that. I mean, they got a great offense, but here's the problem you have with Pittsburgh. When was the last time that Ben Roethlisberger stayed healthy all year?
Right.
That's the problem. If Ben stays healthy all year, nobody can ever beat Pittsburgh. I mean, their offense is great, their defense is good, but same thing when they had Palomalu all them years. I mean, the guy was one of the best safeties in the league, but he missed 9 games a year. I mean, Ben hurts himself, whether it's a toe, a shoulder, or something. The problem is they throw 40, 50 times a game with Ben when they should be doing a lot more play action to keeping him safe. I mean, he's on his ass, 10, 15 times a game. I mean, you can't win that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not longevity.
And we have a rivalry reborn. Los Angeles at San Francisco. LA's a 2.5-point favorite going into San Fran.
Garbage versus worst garbage.
Hey, I'm going to go with LA, man.
Yeah.
They're going to start a fight, man. Anytime they have baseball, anything going on in LA, man, there's a riot. I'm going with LA.
I say LA slightly less garbage, so LA.
Well, there you guys go. There you have it. Week 1 picks. And a lot of favorable games.
Everybody bet San Diego. They will make money.
Okay. Well, you heard it first from Mr. Ross calling in. Thank you for calling in. We're going to take a quick...
You guys have a great day.
Thanks. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll talk some college football and more. This is the Brian Gould Show. Be right back.
Evan, we've lived here 6 months and this bathroom still looks terrible. You're supposed to help me remodel it by now.
I know. You just know how busy I am, though.
Busy? We've got to get this done. If I can't do it because I don't have time and you don't have time, what are we going to do?
I know who to call.
Hello, my name is Stephen Dennis. I own a business here in town called Needaman2 LLC. My email address is needaman2@gmail.com. My number is 941-232-2776. Again, that's 941-232-2776.
Oh my gosh, this looks amazing.
What a great idea.
How you doing? This is Chuck from the BS Show. I would like to tell you about a great company, Sarasota Sign Machine, LLC, the exclusive sign and print sponsor for 444 Radio. A sign of quality you can trust, located at 601 North Washington Boulevard, celebrating 6 years in business and over 20 years of experience in Sarasota. If you need signs, banners, vehicle magnets, custom design, neon repair, business cards, printing, and more, trust the Sarasota Sign Machine. Look, let's be honest, you have so much more to think about when running your own business. Call us at 941-302-4275. Check us out on Facebook or at sarasotasignmachine.com. A sign of quality you can trust. Tell them the BS Show sent you.
So, Evan, you want to make the other announcement? I know you're excited and happy.
We do have a fantastic new sponsor, absolutely. We are now very lucky to have Rico's Pizza as a sponsor for us. 6547 Gateway Avenue in Gulfgate. They're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. They've been there 17 years. Jump
anywhere.
online, ricospizza2go.com. Give them a phone call at 941-922-9604. We did find out today that you mentioned the 444 Radio or the BS show from 444 Radio, you will get 20% off your tab. Give them a phone call, guys, 941-922-9604 or ricospizza2go.com.
Questions, comments, concerns? No, you can do it better.
Hello, this is Captain Sherman of Paradise Boat Tours, and if you're looking for a great adventure on our beautiful local waters, then we are the boat tour for you. Check out our website at seadolphins.com. We leave 7 days a week from Bradenton Beach Pier on beautiful Anna Maria Island. It's fun for the whole family, and yes, we see wild dolphin 95% of our tours. Paradise Boat Tours. Call us at 941-465-8624. Like us on Facebook or go to seadolphins.com. Here, Flipper.
Hey, this is Paulie from the BS Show. When I'm out and about, having too many, it happens to us all, there's only one cab service I call. It's my ride. 941-400-6606. No more 3-time surcharges. No more drivers that don't speak English, don't know where you're going. They pick you up, they take you home safely, clean cars. They're professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. And when you're riding with My Ride, don't forget to mention the BS Show, 20% off your ride. Chucky, on occasion, will have too much.
Not me, Paul.
These guys are the best. They're what you want to call. They will take care of you. 941-400-6606. My Ride. It's not your ride. It's not his ride.
My ride.
It's my ride.
Hey guys, how we doing? This is Evan from the Bee and the Soup Bed Show. I'm here with Rita from J-Dub's Brewing Company, and we're in studio. How are we doing today, Rita?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Hey, I know you have a fantastic brewery over there. Please tell me a little bit about it.
The brewery itself has a tasting room. It has 10 tap lines, so you can find anything that you want, from a light to a dark flavor.
So whatever you like, you can get it?
Absolutely, we got a flavor for you.
Perfect. Also, tell me a little bit about the beer garden I've been hearing so much about.
We got a big backyard out back. We're kid-friendly, we're dog-friendly, so you can come bring your family and friends and just have a good time, play some games, and drink some beer.
Excellent. And then you guys got food?
Absolutely. We got food trucks every day around 5 o'clock. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, noon to midnight.
Excellent. Hey, I hear a rumor that you guys do something cool over there on Wednesdays.
We do. We have free yoga on Wednesday evening starting at 6:30. Come hang out and drink a beer and stretch it out.
And that sounds like a great way to spend a Wednesday, I'll tell you. It's 1215 Mango Avenue, Sarasota, Florida, 941-955-2739. And what about social media?
Go to jdubsbrewing.com and you'll find everything right there.
You guys are by far the best brewery in town, and we're proud to have you guys as our sponsor. Come on out there, have a drink with us, and we'll sit around and have a good time.
Cheers, guys.
This is Chuck from the BS Show. I wanted to take some time to talk about a great charity organization, the Honor Flight. This organization flies our veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit those memorials dedicated to honor the service and sacrifices of themselves and their friends. Please come out and drink some beers at Hurricane Mike's on the last Saturday of every month from 1 to 6. Hurricane Mike's has a guest bartender at each event, 50-50 raffles, liquor baskets, and silent auctions. The bartenders even donate all the tips they make that day. Hurricane Mike's is located at 2639 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Last month, Hurricane Mike's raised over $1,100 for the Honor Flight. From everyone here at 444 Radio and Hurricane Mike's, we want to thank you for your support of our vets.
Hey everybody, this is Paul and Chucky from the BS Show. Whenever I feel like going out, having a few drinks, relaxing, there's only one place that I go.
It's Hurricane Mike's, Paul.
Oh, that's right, and you're with me, kid.
Yep, 2639 Mall Drive. They got the best staff in town, great local owners, 20 TVs, drink specials every day and every night. Free pool Sunday, Monday, Wednesday nights. It's my personal favorite bar here in Sarasota.
And mine too, Chucky.
Come down and see us.
Just remember, Chucky, you can't drink all day.
Unless you start in the morning, Paul.
And tell them the BS Show sent you.
Gulfgate, Sarasota, it's time to eat, and there's only one place to go. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs, 2647 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Try the one-of-a-kind filet mignon sliders, or the award-winning Reuben sandwich, voted best in the state of Florida. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs is open Monday through Saturday till 3 a.m. So after the bars close, you can get some of the best food in Sarasota. Call in and place your order today at 941-923-2514. That's 941-923-2514. Check them out online at hamheavenanddevildogs.webs.com or on facebook.com/HH&DD.
Hey, this is Chuck from the BS Show. I want you guys to go check out the best Italian restaurant I've ever been to, Dolce Italia. It's at 6551 Gateway Ave. Their phone number for reservations, 941-921-7007. Guys, when I say this food's amazing, I've been all over the country, all over the world. This is the best Italian food I've ever had. Authentic, unbelievable stuff. Gotta go check it out.
Hi, I am Tiziana. I come from Naples. I own Dolce Italia, Italian restaurant in Gulfgate, 6551 Gateway Avenue. Come to try our wonderful food. Mangia bene, ridi spesso, ama molto. Eat well, laugh often, love much.
Good Thursday afternoon. This is the Brian Gould Show on 444 Radio. I want to jump into some college football. Week 1 is in the books, and we're about to start week 2
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night, Friday night. Some good games.
The Cuse is playing.
The Cuse is playing. They are.
Louisville.
Good luck.
Cuse by 30.
Man.
I'm just kidding.
I was going to say 35.
Just
but,
in case Chuck's listening, I was totally screwing around.
There's a little bit of controversy over this last weekend because there's a handful of overtime games and some pretty amazing ones. One game went into double overtime. The current format, Jay, right now, how the rules are set up for college football. Would you keep it the same? Would you change it to the NFL format? Or would you keep it the same but have the teams start further back? Or would you change it all together? What's your outlook on it?
I personally, overall, would say don't change it. Okay. But I know people love to meddle and change things that don't need to be changed. So if anything, and I would say kick it off and let them start from scratch. But then they'll say, "Oh, injuries and kickoffs are so dangerous." And
that was brought up, and actually we got someone calling in. Hold on one second here.
And then blop.
Thank you for calling in. This is Brian Gould.
Hit it.
Hit it. There we go. Thank you for calling in. This is the Brian Gould Show.
Hey, how are we doing, gentlemen?
We are doing super. And yourself?
Sorry, we don't want any cookies. Thank you. Next caller.
College football. Here I am.
Nice. The current format for the overtime.
Evan on the phone, by the way.
Would you keep it the same? Would you change it to the NFL format? Would you change it all together, or would you start the teams further back? Is the question right now? On the 50-yard line.
What I would do, and you said for overtime?
Yes.
I would start it from further back. I think they start at 20 now, don't they?
The 35.
The 35.
See,
That's automatically almost field goal
Almost.
range.
So that's the thing, though. With college, kickers aren't that automatic. To me, when you've played already 4 or 5 hours, because college games seem to go forever, especially with halftime, let it come down to the red zone execution and the kicker. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I take a weird stance on it. Like, you just played 4 quarters of smash mouth football, and then you're going to rely on that right there. It's going to come down to one kid's leg, possibly. I mean, it's rare that it does end that way. I'd say
point.
8 times out of 10, it's usually a touchdown, and then
the better team wins normally.
I like playing 4 quarters, and if it's tied, then we do a kickoff, and you got to go down the field and score. I don't think the place.
How about this? How about you say that you start wherever you want, it's fine, but then once you score, you have to go for the 2-point conversion, and you just continue until somebody wins.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think starting at the 35 is
Wait, don't they make you start doing 2-point conversions after
the second touchdown?
Well,
yes.
see, they've already got. It's good. The system is good.
I just move the ball back or have it kicked off to you.
Maybe start at the 50.
Earn
field goal range.
Yes, because it's almost too instant. You run the ball.
I'm fine with that.
You run the ball 6-7 yards, you're already in field goal range. I don't like.
You know what? I have no problem with just kicking it off too. Just leave it up to. If you've got a good punt, then that's the way it goes.
So, I mean, you could kick off. Okay, so Florida and Michigan, they go into overtime. Florida kicks off to Michigan. They go down the field. They get to the 47-yard line, and it's 4 and out from there, and they have to punt the ball. Instead, you could opt for, okay, well, we're giving up our turn, so do you have them kick off to Florida and Florida try to go down the length of the field, or do you have them punt from the 47?
That's a good question.
So you mix it like the NFL stuff where you get to get kick off and it's like another quarter starts, but you give each team an opportunity still.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But say Michigan goes down the field, gets to the 47.
See, don't screw with it.
Well, no.
See how much harder we're making it?
But hear me out. The kickoff thing. Okay, I just had my turn. Now it's fourth and 10. What happens from there? I don't want to go for it. Do we take it and put the ball on the 35-yard line and I kick off to Florida, or do we punt from that position?
I know what you're saying, but see, that's what I'm saying. There's all these extra steps now.
Well, it's Florida's turn. How do you get the ball on your turn?
Exactly.
I'm fine with punting it off. That's fine, because then at that point, if the other team scores, then it's over anyway.
It's over, exactly.
Right.
So ideally, both teams did have a turn. Because there was a little controversy over how some teams won in overtime and, not being fair to the other team. There's always someone crying about not being fair for them. So, obviously the format's not going to change, but it did get brought up.
I think you leave it the way it is until you come up with something that'll be good for everybody. Because, it's never going to be fair because you're going to have teams that have a much deeper bench, and that's where it doesn't come in to being 100% fair. But that's the way it is.
You could have the deeper bench, but I might be hot right now. If anything, move it back to the 50. I say move it back. Move it further back. I think it's too close, in my opinion. But I like the format. I like it better than the NFL's, that's for sure.
Do it like soccer. Everybody gets 3 kicks. Whoever gets whatever they get.
And that's what stinks about the NHL. I like the excitement of the shootout, but then, your whole game that you just busted your hump for comes down to that, and because one of your teammates can't put the puck in the net in between the pipes, you're a loser.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that either.
I don't like that. I really don't. It's
you make fun of the soccer, the same thing. You kick ass all day long, and it turns out to be a 0-0 game, and then at the end it turns out to be 5-0 because, or 5-4 because your goalie could stop one.
Right.
And then that's the correct way.
Then your teammate Hope Solo calls the other team a bunch of cowards and gets suspended and fired indefinitely off the national team.
Hey, Evan, did you get your hair cut?
I did.
Did you get the Tebow?
Did what?
Did you get the Tebow? Did you get the Tebow cut?
Oh God! You know what? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what is Tebow's like the kind of messy up front, longer hair.
He got the Tebow. He's trying to avoid it.
I actually got the sexy presidential is what I got.
The sexy presidential?
So you got your hair cut like Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Which one?
I'm going Clinton.
My wife got the same thing. No, I got the Bacaleo, the only true person running for president.
Okay.
So the Tebow then?
Tebow.
Shut up.
You can't sit in a chair till you Tebow when you walk in the room.
He will.
Now, how did the Tebow talk go?
Oh, we trashed him. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. Jeez, man.
I hate you.
The Mets already released him. Did you see that?
Yeah, the Mets are reconsidering. No,
I was going to call earlier, but I was listening to you guys, and I fell asleep and almost missed my hair appointment.
That is awesome.
Well, that is awesome.
Tebow's playing in Port St. Lucie. We did confirm that.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yeah.
And we also confirmed that the Arizona Fall League is apparently the tip top of the minors.
Oh, really?
Which means 60% of the people who play in the Arizona Fall League make it to the pros.
So guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to be wearing a Tebow Mets jersey by this time next season.
That's exactly what I said.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
How far out are you? Whereabouts are you? How far out?
I am on 75, and I'm coming up on... Where the hell are we here?
He's not even on the interstate yet. He's lying to you. He's trying to think what the next exit is because he's nowhere near where it is.
Bee Ridge. Okay.
Wink.
So State Road 64. You're going the wrong way.
No, I'm going to come down to Clark.
Okay. Bee Ridge, then Clark. Yeah, so you're solid 15 minutes away.
I said 140. It's 120. Let's see if he can get here.
He's a solid 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Assuming he doesn't catch any lights.
Told you.
Clark is definitely light worthy for you.
I'm going to blow right through all the lights.
Well, what we'll do is we'll cover a couple more topics, and then you'll be here in time to do the Throwback Thursday because I want you to participate in that. Shaq says that the LSU Tigers are locked to win the national championship, even though they choked against Wisconsin.
I want the drugs that Shaq's on.
He thinks his squad's going to win it all, and that means you got to beat Bama twice to do that.
Boy, that's a hardcore homer call.
That's going to be a very tough thing to do. You got to beat Bama twice to win the national championship.
It's tough to beat anybody twice.
Unless it's Florida.
And that's the question. When's the last time that anybody beat somebody twice in 1 year?
I couldn't tell you, actually.
Yeah, I can't recall that ever.
No.
Sure
college?
Happened,
yeah.
Didn't Florida beat Alabama twice that 1 year? Or Alabama beat Florida twice that 1 year?
I think Alabama beat Florida twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That happened between those two schools.
Yeah, that's why I said unless Florida. For some reason, I thought Florida got.
I think it did,
but I can't remember when.
I want to look into that.
Coincidentally, Shaq is going to be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame this weekend. Isaiah Thomas, Julius Erving, Bill Russell, and Alonzo Mourning are all going to induct him. He's going to enter in with a pretty good resume: 4 titles, 3 Finals MVPs, 1 regular season MVP, and 14 All-Star appearances and all NBA team.
Yeah, I think it'd be a hard thing not to be able to say that he deserves to go in.
Yep, strongly agree.
Because we're just standing there doing nothing. It's amazing.
Well, he did say that he only gave about 30% effort because of how often he got doubled and triple teamed and banged up. He
banged up? Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, he said he gave about 30% because of the double and triple teams. So if he only gave 30%, say he gave 50, how many more titles that guy would probably have? That's what you get for half-assing it, I guess.
You know, to come out and say that is absolutely pathetic. He should have to give 70% of his money back.
Interesting. Yeah. You know what? I could kind of agree with that.
Imagine if you were any other kind of boss and somebody told you, I give 30% just because it's hard. Are you kidding me?
Well, not because it's hard, because he got tripled and double-teamed. I'm only doing 30% of the work because I'm getting 70% more work thrown on my lap than the rest of my employees, my coworkers.
Well, when you make that kind of money, there's no excuses whatsoever.
Yeah. A little bit more difficult than you think.
Oh, well, I agree, but, I mean, when you make that kind of money, that's what it takes.
Ryan Lochte just got his punishment for the Rio Station hijinks.
I saw that. 10-month suspension?
He got a 10-month suspension from the U.S. Olympic Committee, and the punishment was handed down by them and the IOC and the U.S. swim team as well. The punishment is a lot more harsher than Michael Phelps' 6-month suspension that he got for his 2 DUIs. The other 3 swimmers involved in the Rio incident also got suspended, but for a lot less time. One got the max of 4 months. And I was watching an interview this morning with Ryan Lochte. He got asked, what his thoughts were on it. No comment. Did he think it was fair? No comment. He got asked like 9 to 10 questions, and his response was no comment all the way through. And then the guy asking him the questions was like, so are you looking forward to Dancing with the Stars? And he's like, yeah. He's like, do you think it's going to be difficult doing it, or do you think swimming's more difficult? And Lochte's like, well, dancing's more difficult. And the guy's like, well, why do you think it's going to be more difficult? And Lochte's like, I don't know how to dance. And it's like, come on, man.
That's funny. I don't know how to dance, man. I'm not Twinkle Toes.
Yeah. And it's no secret that George St. Pierre is definitely trying to make a return to the UFC, but he's running into a roadblock, and it's the new ownership of the UFC. They set up an interview with him yesterday, a phone interview, and they decided not to take his call.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So right now GSP's taking the high road, just saying the new ownership's just unreachable right now, and we'll try to get a hold of him later on this week. Part of the problem here is endorsements. GSP has quite a few of them that pay a lot of money, but the UFC just signed a uniform deal with Reebok, and that means every fighter that fights on the card has to wear Reebok apparel. You can't be on there with your Jimmy Johns and Jacks and all that other stuff. So, of course, all the fighters jumped up right away and said, well, if we're getting paid from our people to put their logos on our stuff, well, then we want to get paid by your people. So that was part of a negotiation. Conor McGregor made an additional $3 million just for wearing Reebok stuff in his last fight. So I think part of it's GSP saying, yeah, you can keep your Reebok deal because I don't want it because I make enough on my own off of my guys.
Right.
And some. And I think, there might be a subliminal, well, if you're not going to wear our stuff, go screw yourself. We don't need you, from the new ownership right out the gate.
Wow, that sucks.
That's too bad. Because if that ends up being the case, then we're going to miss some really great fights that GSP could have in that welterweight division. Heck, to see a GSP and Conor McGregor fight would be phenomenal. That's money right there. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and close out the segment with our Throwback Thursday. It's a sports part segment that I do where I pick a sports entity, give you 3 clues on who they are, and you try to guess who they are. We'll be back in just a moment.
Evan's not going to make it.
Evan will make it. He'll be here.
You're not going to make it, Evan.
If not, I'll call on the phone.
All right, sounds good.
He'll be calling back.
This is the Brian Gould Show. We'll be right back.
Evan, we've lived here 6 months and this bathroom still looks terrible. You're supposed to help me remodel it by now.
I know. You just know how busy I am, though.
Busy? We've got to get this done. If I can't do it because I don't have time and you don't have time, what are we going to do?
I know who to call.
Hello, my name is Stephen Dennis. I own a business here in town called Needaman2 LLC. My email address is needaman2@gmail.com. My number is 941-232-2776. Again, that's 941-232-2776.
Oh my gosh, this looks amazing.
What a great idea.
How you doing? This is Chuck from the BS Show. I would like to tell you about a great company, Sarasota Sign Machine, LLC, the exclusive sign and print sponsor for 444 Radio. A sign of quality you can trust, located at 601 North Washington Boulevard, celebrating 6 years in business and over 20 years of experience in Sarasota. If you need signs, banners, vehicle magnets, custom design, neon repair, business cards, printing, and more, trust the Sarasota Sign Machine. Look, let's be honest, you have so much more to think about when running your own business. Call us at 941-302-4275. Check us out on Facebook or at sarasotasignmachine.com. A sign of quality you can trust. Tell them the BS Show sent you.
So, Evan, you want to make the other announcement? I know you're excited and happy.
We do have a fantastic new sponsor, absolutely. We are now very lucky to have Rico's Pizza as a sponsor for us. 6547 Gateway Avenue in Gulfgate. They're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. They've been there 17 years. Jump
anywhere.
online, ricospizza2go.com. Give them a phone call at 941-922-9604. We did find out today that you mentioned the 444 Radio or the BS Show from 444 Radio. You will get 20% off your tab. Give them a phone call, guys, 941-922-9604. Or ricospizza2go.com.
Hello, this is Captain Sherman of Paradise Boat Tours, and if you're looking for a great adventure on our beautiful local waters, then we are the boat tour for you. Check out our website at seadolphins.com. We leave 7 days a week from Bradenton Beach Pier on beautiful Anna Maria Island. It's fun for the whole family, and yes, we see wild dolphin 95% of our tours. Paradise Boat Tours. Call us at 941-465-8624. Like us on Facebook or go to seadolphins.com. Here, Flipper.
Hey, this is Paulie from the BS Show. When I'm out and about, having too many, it happens to us all, there's only one cab service I call. It's my ride. 941-400-6606. No more 3-time surcharges. No more drivers that don't speak English, don't know where you're going. They pick you up. They take you home safely, clean cars. They're professionals. They know exactly what they're doing. And when you're riding with My Ride, don't forget to mention the BS Show, 20% off your ride. Chucky, on occasion, will have too much.
Not me, Paul.
These guys are the best. They're what you want to call. They will take care of you. 941-400-6606. My ride. It's not your ride. It's not his ride.
My ride.
It's my ride.
Hey guys, how we doing? This is Evan from the Bee and the Soup Bed Show. I'm here with Rita from J Dub's Brewing Company, and we're in studio. How are we doing today, Rita?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Hey, I know you have a fantastic brewery over there. Please tell me a little bit about it.
The brewery itself has a tasting room. It has 10 tap lines, so you can find anything that you want, from a light to a dark flavor.
So whatever you like, you can get it?
Absolutely, we got a flavor for you.
Perfect. Also, tell me a little bit about the beer garden I've been hearing so much about.
We got a big backyard out back. We're kid-friendly, we're dog-friendly, so you can come bring your family and friends and just have a good time, play some games and drink some beer.
Excellent. And then you guys got food?
Absolutely. We got food trucks. every day around 5 o'clock. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, noon to midnight.
Excellent. Hey, I hear a rumor that you guys do something cool over there on Wednesdays.
We do. We have free yoga on Wednesday evening starting at 6:30. Come hang out and drink a beer and stretch it out.
That sounds like a great way to spend a Wednesday, I'll tell you. It's 1215 Mango Avenue, Sarasota, Florida, 941-955-2739. And what about social media?
Go to jdubsbrewing.com and you'll find everything right there.
You guys are by far the best brewery in town, and we're proud to have you guys as our sponsor. Come on out there, have a drink with us, and we'll sit around and have a good time.
Cheers, guys.
This is Chuck from the BS Show. I wanted to take some time to talk about a great charity organization, the Honor Flight. This organization flies our veterans to Washington, D.C. to visit those memorials dedicated to honor the service and sacrifices of themselves and their friends. Please come out and drink some beers at Hurricane Mike's on the last Saturday of every month from 1 to 6. Hurricane Mike's has a guest bartender at each event, 50-50 raffles, liquor baskets, and silent auctions. The bartenders even donate all the tips they make that day. Hurricane Mike's is located at 2639 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Last month, Hurricane Mike's raised over $1,100 for the Honor Flight. From everyone here at 444 Radio and Hurricane Mike's, we want to thank you for your support of our vets.
Hey everybody, this is Paul and Chucky from the BS Show. Whenever I feel like going out, having a few drinks, relaxing, there's only one place that I go.
It's Hurricane Mike's, Paul.
Oh, that's right, and you're with me, kid.
Yep, 2639 Mall Drive. They got the best staff in town, great local owners, 20 TVs, drink specials every day and every night. Free pool Sunday, Monday, Wednesday nights. It's my personal favorite bar here in Sarasota.
And mine too, Chucky.
Come down and see us.
Just remember, Chucky, you can't drink all day.
Unless you start in the morning, Paul.
And tell them the BS Show sent you.
Gulfgate, Sarasota, it's time to eat, and there's only one place to go. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs, 2647 Mall Drive in Gulfgate. Try the one-of-a-kind filet mignon sliders, or the award-winning Reuben sandwich, voted best in the state of Florida. Ham Heaven and Devil Dogs is open Monday through Saturday till 3 a.m. So after the bars close, you can get some of the best food in Sarasota. Call in and place your order today at 941-923-2514. That's 941-923-2514. Check them out online at hamheavenanddevildogs.webs.com or on facebook.com/HH&DD.
Hey, this is Chuck from the BS Show. I want you guys to go check out the best Italian restaurant I've ever been to, Dolce Italia. It's at 6551 Gateway Ave. Their phone number for reservations, 941-921-7007. Guys, when I say this food's amazing, I've been all over the country, all over the world. This is the best Italian food I've ever had. Authentic, unbelievable stuff. Gotta go check it out.
Hi, I am Tiziana. I come from Naples. I own Dolce Italia, Italian restaurant in Gulfgate, 6551 Gateway Avenue. Come to try our wonderful food. Mangia bene, ridi spesso, ama molto. Eat well, laugh often, love much.
Good Thursday afternoon. This is the Brian Gould Show on 444 Radio. Waiting for Evan to get his...
Told you.
Better late than never.
I'll be there by 1 o'clock.
But in here.
1 o'clock.
If you're listening to the show, call in 941-330-4087. About to do my Throwback Thursday. It's a segment that I picked up starting last week. What I do is I pick a sports entity, whether it's an individual or a team, give you 3 clues on who they might be, see if you can guess who they are. But I'm going to give you 3 different entities to work with. Once again, we're waiting on Jay to get in here because I want him to participate. Or if you're listening in...
You just called Evan.
Damn it, I did it again. Evan.
Jay again, which is me.
Got to get my J fix. I got an over-under of 32 times saying your name today, so I got to reach that first.
I won't be here tomorrow now. You'll remember my name then, won't you? Who wasn't there to run the board for you? You'll remember my name then.
If you're listening in, please call in 941-330-4087, and you can play Throwback Thursday with us. And come on, where you at? Evan.
He's not going to make it.
Come on, Evan.
You're not going to call either. He sucks.
You're listening, Evan.
You suck, Evan.
Just call it in, Evan. Come on, Evan.
Don't even do it, Evan.
Waiting on you, Evan.
Take the wheel, pull it to the right.
Sharply.
As fast as you can, especially if you're on the interstate.
Oh, he's somewhere on Clark Road, so that's going to put him either into a car dealership.
He's just getting on the interstate.
Yeah,
he lied to you.
My feelings are hurt.
He got you.
Well, let's take a quick look at some college football games coming up then. Until he gets here. We got a little bit of time. Let me pull up this schedule.
See, he's leaving you hanging here. And you haven't...
Yes, it hurts my feelings. Okay, tomorrow night's games. We have some Friday matchups here. Maryland at Florida International.
Oh, juggernauts.
I would assume Maryland's the favorite. And I'm just looking at a general schedule. I'm not even looking at the Vegas odds on this stuff. Big Ten versus Florida International. What is that conference here? That's
is the Sunrise or the...
Oh, there we go. Now we got a phone call. Hello, caller, here on the Brian Gould Show.
Good afternoon, Brian Gould.
Mr. Murdoch in the house. You want to play some Throwback Thursday with us?
Please.
Awesome. All right. Well, for those of you listening, grab a pen and paper and write this down.
I'll give you a recent one. He thinks he's a fantasy guru. He lied about never doing a defensive fantasy league before.
Those are all allegations. That's allegedly.
Oh, we got blowing up.
Oh, Evan's calling in, too. Tough snot.
You want me to be a Kennedy? I never said anything about any defensive players' error.
That was his Kennedy impression.
Evan's out of gas. Should we call him on my phone here and put him on speaker?
Oh, I could have merged the calls. My bad. I could hit the other button.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Sucks to be him. Nope.
No.
Push forward, Christian. Sorry, Evan.
No.
Either call back and I'll merge the calls or...
We'll give him a 30-second window here. Murdoch, let me pick your brain here. On the there's a little rumbling about the college football overtime format. Do you like the way that it is? Would you change it at all?
I like it. You get the ball, I get the ball. And, after a few overtimes, if we haven't settled it, then it goes to having to go for 2 points instead of the extra point. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that. Okay.
Well, some people are saying that you're only 5 to 6, maybe 7 yards away from field goal range right away. What about moving it back to the 50 and starting from there and earning that field goal instead of being given it to,
Well, I can appreciate that. If you're going to back it up 15 yards and start from the 50, why don't you just give them a whole additional quarter to hash it out? Then, at that point, you're not. I like how it's set up initially because of that reason. If your kicker is great and my kicker isn't, then you have some urgency,
right,
and you need to make things happen. We both have the same allowance from Jump Street. So if you can kick and I can kick, then it's important that and at least we have that together.
Because so a possibility would be to start a whole new quarter. Now, with that format, you're almost taking on. Would you take on the NFL rules? How would you decide a winner at the end of regulation? If my team's playing your team, you kick off to me, I charge the field, I score a touchdown, game over, or I kick off to you, and now you have to match me score for score.
No, we both need the ball. College football it's unique for that we both get an opportunity to have that ball, and we go from there. You may remember the Eli Manning, the Ole Miss, who did they play? And it went eight overtimes. And, they both had the ball and they both scored extra points. And then it went to overtimes with the 2 points. And one missed the 2 point and then the other one did. And it was fantastic. It's unique and intimate for that. You don't get that anywhere else, and I don't want it anywhere else. That's what I want. And I know that going into, that game, that potentially it comes down to that, and if you go to a game, you've been to the game, Brian, I know that you've been to large games, games of significance. You can feel that in the stadium, can't you? I mean, when it gets down
absolutely
to that, you almost look forward to it. You don't want an overtime game, but I mean, anybody in, your building and listening that's been to a game that has that relation wouldn't pass it up or change that for anything else.
Nice.
Because you can feel it. It's tangible. That breath that you're going to win or lose on that play is unique, and I keep that.
All right. Well, Evan finally made it here. Yay. We can do our
141. What time did I say you'd be here? 140.
Yeah.
Blam.
We're going to
I want people dead.
do our Throwback Thursday segment here. Once again, it's a sports entity from the past that's not playing right now. And I'm going to give you 3 clues, and you try to guess who they are. We're going to go through all 3 figures, and this week I kept it simple for you guys. It's a person. It's not a team. So for the first person, first clue, number 1, even though I'm remembered for only playing for one team, I actually was on 4 teams: the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Chargers, and the Seahawks. Clue number 2, I'm known as one of the biggest draft busts of all times. Number 3, I finished 3rd in the Heisman voting behind Peyton Manning and the winner, Charles Woodson. If you think you know who it is, write it down. I'll read the clues again.
We talk about him every year.
Just about. Even though I'm remembered for only playing on one team, I actually played for 4: the Bucks, the Cowboys, the Chargers, and the Seahawks. Clue number 2, I am known as one of the biggest draft busts of all times. Clue number 3, I finished 3rd in Heisman voting behind Peyton Manning and the winner, Charles Woodson. All right. Throwback Thursday person number 2. Wearing baggy shorts, a headband, sweatbands, and sporting the trademark cornrows, along with being heavily tattooed, I popularized the shooter's sleeve in the NBA. Clue number 2.
Easy.
I ended my college career as the Hoyas' all-time leading scorer in average. Clue number 3. I'm one of 3 players to average 26 points and 6 assists for my entire career.
What the hell is that prick's name? I could see him.
Clue 4, I played in Turkey in 2014 and lost all my money.
I remembered it now.
Okay. Person number 3. I am also known as Malik Abdul Aziz. Clue number 2. In 1990, I overtook Michael Jordan as the highest paid athlete in the world that year with $28.6 million in earnings. Clue number 3. I am a 2-time Hall of Famer, both in the WWE and the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
Again, please.
I am known as Malik Abdul Aziz. Clue number 2. In 1990, I overtook Michael Jordan as the highest paid athlete in the world that year with $28.6 million in earnings. And clue number 3, I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer, one with the WWE and the other with the International Boxing Hall of Fame.
I think that's only one answer for that. That can only be one.
Maybe.
But I don't remember him wrestling.
You guys ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Person number 1. Who does everybody have?
Ryan Leaf.
That's what I got. Leaf.
Murdoch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's right. Finally.
Person number 2. Murdoch.
AI.
That's what I got.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
76ers, baby.
There you go. And person number 3.
Mike Tyson.
Tyson?
Yes.
Hey, 3 for 3, baby.
Nice. All the way across the board. Did that make that too easy this week?
You know what? The Tyson one was because you were talking about wrestling. I don't remember him ever doing
DX,
wrestling.
man.
DX inducted him. They do a celebrity.
Oh, do they? Okay.
They do one celebrity every year. So.
But when it came to the money, I mean, there's no way it couldn't have been him. There's
right.
no way.
Yeah. No. There's no one else that would have touched those two, Mike and Mike. Well, there you guys have it. Throwback Thursday. Every Thursday we'll be doing this. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll talk some fantasy football, along with the full schedule coming up for college football.
Now, here's the thing. Murdoch is 6 for 6. I'm 5 for 6. And I believe, Jay, you're 5 for 6 also, right?
Yes.
That's not bad.
Not too bad. So I'm going to have to step it up next week. I'm going to make make one a little bit more difficult on you guys.
Let me ask you guys. I haven't had a chance to say hey yet today. I haven't had a chance to listen. I've been in some conversations and watching some things I may or may not be allowed to talk about. I can handicap these games. Tell me about who loves Carolina's money line tonight.
What is the money line?
-160. It's 3 points. You can lay it or take the points. It's not my first day, so I don't fuss with those points. I can buy it down to 2.5.
Right.
At -135, I might as well just pay the 160 and have the whole game.
I hear Mandarin right now.
Getting beat by an extra point.
We had Brian Ross on the last segment because we were talking about. We broke down each game. Who do you like? By the points and everything. And I think Brian said right away Denver.
Right.
And looking it up, Jay looked it up earlier. Cam's 0-2 lifetime against Denver with a QBR rating of 11 and 13 interceptions in 2 games.
That's a combined QBR rating over 2 games.
Wow.
And,
Holy cow.
And Vegas still likes Carolina.
It's the only game on TV tonight that I don't know what I haven't had a chance to listen. I'd like to hear what he thought about Houston. My game of the week is Houston. Those Texans at home against Chicago, missing 3 of their defensive backs. I think there's going to be a bloodshed. In Louisville tomorrow night. Love that guy. Don't feel free of that 15. Lay it.
Is there a college game on tonight?
No. Friday night games. There's 2 of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Louisville tomorrow.
No, you stay away from the NFL on kickoff night.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
David Price and Strasburg last night in a 2-teamer. And Strasburg came out injured in the 3rd inning, and I got away with one and one in the 11th inning. And I had that with David Price. I'm going to roll those 2, that 2-teamer into that Louisville game. Louisville is my favorite game on the board this weekend that isn't the Texans. So,
I got brought to my attention.
Hughes by 30.
last night, and I didn't realize this. Toledo, the Rockets' schedule this season, they're playing Maine this weekend, and there's nothing on the board for them as far as points. They were, I'm trying to remember last weekend because someone likes to talk to me about that, other activities, but
Maine was competitive last week.
Well, they're like the most reasonable number that I have been able to put together myself because no one wants to touch it is like 45 to 50 points. Toledo? Yeah.
Is there actually no spread?
Nothing right now.
So you can't put money on it at all right now?
No. You'd have to have a bookie make a number for you.
Not often does that happen.
With a crooked nose.
Yeah.
I think you should pay up. I think it's your best interest.
Yeah, Toledo generally puts an okay team together generally, but on the lower tier. So if Maine's playing pretty good football, I'd like to see what the spread on that is because if it's only like 21 points or something like that, then you go ahead.
Bruce Gronkowski and Chester Taylor put on a jersey and go back and play for Toledo.
Yeah.
They were great then.
That's right.
I don't see any numbers still for that game. Well, if you're to pick a number out of the air, what would you say is a reasonable number if there isn't one on the board based on history? If there's usually not a number there, one, why, and 2, what would you put down?
Where's the game in
Toledo?
9 points per quarter.
That's pretty fair.
I could feel comfortable in that being between 24 points and 28 points. It's a home game, so closer to 30 than to 20.
Yeah.
And the big number is going to be 65, 68 points conservatively there as well. It could open up quick. Toledo may not have a defense. I haven't seen, that film on what they did last week. I just remember Maine being kind of relevant in the game that they were playing. They were playing somebody, and it was competitive. You know what I want, Brian, is for you to do me a favor and take some time for tomorrow's show, if you have that, and let's have Jay and Evan and yourself pick 5 games on the board for college, and then maybe you pick your number for the NFL, and you have a running count for the year, and let's see who does what against the spread.
I think so too. Maybe we should do all of them, but only pick so many to do on air. You know what I mean? That way we can have a total.
Maybe 4.
I also
Just keep
think
an even number.
I'm going to make a phone call too and get in touch with my boy Josh, who's going to start joining the show and taking a pick for. I think he might be on tonight's show with us. Actually, I think about it. He's going to start doing that. But yeah, I like that idea because then we'll just have bragging rights. Bragging rights.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll put it right up on the board and just do a weekly
maybe
total.
I'm a one count better than everybody else as far as Brian's questions on Thursday. Who's bragging? I'm not bragging.
No, not you.
Oh God, I got to go ahead.
Certainly not me.
Yeah, you got to make your picks.
I got to do my picks for this week.
Yeah,
I got to do it today.
You have to do it today.
So modest.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
All right, Murdoch. Well, thanks for calling in. Always great having you on the show, and hopefully we get to see your sweet face within the next couple episodes here.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm holding my breath. Enjoy your afternoon, fellas. I'll look forward to listening to you, and I'll have my picks for you tomorrow afternoon. Good luck, guys.
Sounds good.
Same to you, my man. Enjoy football starting tonight.
Oh,
Happy football.
Happy football.
Good luck, Denver.
God bless America. So I'm such a politician these days.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Another great day in the history books. Yeah.
No, we still got nine minutes, buddy.
Yeah. Well,
we got more to talk about. There's some stuff I'd like to
Brian's got to go. You're like,
I got. Do we want to go or
if he's got to go, he's got to go.
No, I don't have to go. That was it.
He's starting to flex. He's starting to puff up now. I think he's going to take you down.
No flexing here.
Telling you. Got 9 more minutes we got to fill in. I haven't been able to talk today, so I feel like it's got to happen.
Let's hear your Tebow Mets thing then.
I'll
go
tell you
back
what.
to that.
Yeah, let's go back to the Tebow Met thing. I got to say, I'm very excited. I'm going to go out and get a jersey immediately. He's playing in Florida. I'm going to go to a game as soon as I can get there. I'm going to go ahead today. I'm going to look and see when he starts actually playing. Does he play today? Do we know, or does he play immediately?
Don't know the schedule.
I'm going to find out when his next game is.
Because that what was the term they were using for that instructional?
Oh, Florida Instructional League.
Yeah, that's in Port St. Lucie.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we're doing right off the bat is the ticket I'm going to go ahead and get from you immediately. I can already say I don't care where it is. I'm going to find out where Tebow's playing, and that's where we're going to go. That's the ticket we're going to go to.
That's going to be a tough ticket to get.
Hey, that's all right. We'll get it. Well, by then it won't be that,
Oh, come
it doesn't have to be the first immediate game.
Florida boy playing in his home state, playing baseball.
That's going to piss off everybody who always goes against him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no reason to have him. Really? Well, now you've got a division. Is that a Division 3?
Instructional's like
Division 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So Division 1 school sold out. Imagine that. A Division 1 game sold out.
It's going to be standing room
How
only.
How crazy is that going to be?
Yeah, you're going to have to watch from the other side of the fence.
The number one. He's going to, I can actually see it. The number one game in Sarasota was when Michael Jordan came to town.
Right, with the White Sox.
Tebow goes to town, he breaks that record. You watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely see that. Yeah.
You watch that.
It's interesting because we were talking about it earlier about Tebow, the critics, but there's more negativity in the NFL level than there is, I think, for baseball. Because baseball, again, you only have to hit 3 out of 10 to be a Hall of Famer. And, I think he'll do that. I think he's going to have a 280, 290 batting average. I think he'll do pretty solid. 270 might be the worst we see out of him, reasonably.
I'd also like to say, how does he run the bases? Because everything I know about Tim Tebow,
true.
he's gonna go ahead and Pete Rose it. I can see that coming right now. The guy's just going to put his head down and run for his life.
Yeah.
And if you get in the way, and just think about how much that'll change, because everybody's going to know you get in the way of Tim Tebow, he's going to kill you.
You think that's going to be his method, though?
Well, not like going out of his way to hurt people, but but like 100% to first base, 100% to second base. I can absolutely see that.
He's got something to prove.
I can absolutely see that. Every time he's in, he's going 1,000%. Don't you think? I mean, that's just what do you think, Jay?
You think he's wiping out?
See that.
Yeah.
You think he's wiping out basemen trying to?
No, but I think he's going to first base as fast as possible. And if you get,
yes, definitely.
No, I don't mean taking people out on purpose.
Okay, I got you.
No, but I'm saying helmet flying off. He's diving into first as fast as he can get there. And if you get home plate, I can see him killing people.
Let's hope not.
Coming into home plate, I guarantee you he takes it like football.
And we were talking earlier. Now that he's going to wear a Mets jersey, he'll be wearing one by this time next season. Does that change the Mets into an automatic World Series contender because of what he does, not necessarily on the field, but the motivational part?
That's what we constantly say. He's the X factor, and his X factor is, and that's why we always bitched and moaned about Denver. Even if he doesn't touch the football, he makes a team better. And he proved that.
Right.
So he's on the sidelines cheering people on. He doesn't touch the ball. He makes it a better team. It's just the way it is.
Now, if you're a veteran on the team and you half-ass run to first base, you half-ass field the ball and get it to where it needs to be, cut off person or to third, wherever, first on a throw, and he approaches you and says, "Hey, man, you need to step up. You could have thrown that better. You could have ran better."
That's not how he would say it, though.
Yeah,
he'd be all
Tim Tebow is
"Hey, buddy."
Well, no, but he's gonna.
I liked your hustle, but it could have been a little more.
If he's going to do the inspirational thing,
but he's
going to have to address somebody.
He's had to do it before. I mean, look when he lost the game. What was that? The Mississippi State game?
No. But I'm talking at a
That's right.
professional level. This isn't football where he can scream in the huddle and say, "Come on, guys, get pumped."
That's what he did in Denver.
This is baseball. You don't scream in the dugout and say, "Come on, guys, get pumped," because you didn't run to first base as quick as you should have.
I don't think you're giving him enough credit. I think he's going to be very good at that.
Well,
not
right.
screaming to people.
But I mean, motivationally,
I could totally see him motivating anybody.
He'll say that, but then there's going to be that time where, okay, Evan, you didn't run hard enough to first. We all saw it and nobody said anything, so I'm going to say it, but I'm the new kid on the block.
I think he says it.
Right, but what's your take on it? Like, I come to you, Evan, you didn't, come on, man, you need to run harder to first.
What do I say? I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I feel like an asshole. I got to start running the first base better.
I don't know. I think you get a vet that looks at him and says, dude, you're still wet behind the ears.
Here's the issue. If he's running half-ass himself, then yeah, I see what you're saying. But if he's actively killing himself to get there, you don't have anything to say about it.
I would hope not, but...
And all he does is, we know this through the history of his watching him play, he does not say stuff. He does it by example.
You think
everything.
You think the Mets roster is looking at that now, saying, "Okay, cool, we've got something burning," but
I think him being in the organization invigorates the entire thing, because they know at any time that Tebow could be coming down the hall.
It's just a matter of time
and taking the field. And do we know exactly what position he's fielding?
If we're all playing hypothetical, let's take it to the extremes, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say they call him up in August of next year.
Right.
Mets go on a run, make the playoffs, go all the way, win the World Series. Okay. Again, if we're going to go crazy,
right.
Let's go crazy. Let's say he performs. Let's just say he plays out of his mind, ridiculous. They win a World Series. What do you think that there's a chance that any NFL teams start calling back? And would he flirt?
No.
And if it did happen, now let's say it did happen. Let's just say it did. Now, would you think he would flirt with leaving baseball to go back for a chance to play in the NFL?
As an NFL owner, you see him hypothetically do well, let alone very well, in baseball. He found his spot. You're going to call a baseball player to come back and throw a football for you because he sucks as a quarterback?
Ask Florida State about that.
Yeah, well,
Florida State, Winky was a baseball player, a professional baseball player, then went back to Florida State and became one of their best quarterbacks of all time.
But that's Florida State. I'm talking pro football.
I'm just saying.
Can he go back to football after this? He's already said that he's chalked up football as a career and it's done and it's over. But, I mean, I'm sure if there was an offer there, he'd entertain it. But as an NFL owner, I couldn't imagine saying, hey, head coach, we need to go take a look at this kid and reconsider.
I don't think it matters anyway, because I think if the Mets come to him at one point and say, look, this is your contract, that's going to be in the contract. That's it. Your football's done. You cannot leave us to go to football. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to put all this time, effort, money into you and then have you go blow a knee out on the offseason playing football. I'm just not going to allow it.
Right. No, he will not be a dual athlete.
I mean, and that's the only reason why I don't think he goes back to football.
A dual sport.
Not because I don't think they'd want him to come back, especially if he kicks ass, because we all know he's going to do very well. Is he going to be...
I don't think he's going to be the one that puts him over the hump in the World Series. I think he has fair stats, but maybe he's the fire underneath everyone's ass over there in the Mets organization.
He's the rally monkey for the A's?
Right. I don't see him being the one that puts him over. It takes more than one player to do that, especially in baseball.
I'll tell you what, he comes up with solid numbers, and then you have him on the sidelines on top of that. Yeah, I could definitely see him putting him over.
He'll definitely be a difference maker, but stat-wise, I don't think he's going to be the one that... It's going to take a full team effort.
Here's the biggest issue with him, the curveball. If he can learn how to hit the curveball...
He will
be the difference.
He will. He'll face that.
I think so, too.
A lot.
And that's because that's what everybody's going to throw at him. Well, all right, Tim Tebow, let's see what you got. And why throw a fastball when you know he can't hit the curveball yet? You know? And he's just going to, because on the fastball he's going to crush it.
You hope.
So it's perfect. That means he's going to have to see, he'll see, 1,000 curveballs.
Yeah, and he's going to see Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, David Price. He's going to see the real people on the mound, not the two people that were has-beens. So can't wait. Here we go.
Hey, just remember, though. Remember, he was never going to play pro baseball. Another check for Tim Tebow.
Yeah. There you have it, folks. Another
football
great
starts
day.
tonight.
Yes, go football. Carolina at Denver. Make sure you tune in because we'll talk about it tomorrow. The whooping on one side of the fence or the other. This is the Brian Gould Show. On behalf of Jay and Evan, I'm your host, Brian Gould. 444 Radio. Catch you guys tomorrow.